Okay, so apparently we should have the 12th anniversary part 1 character reveals now. It's 5 a.m. for me. Let me refresh Twitter. Let's see what happens. I really hope we have character details as well. We should have them. We know we have Kizuna Legend, Yasap, and Ben Beckman coming out next week. So I guess that's like the first technically anniversary character. They say that he's for the 12th anniversary. So the version 16.0 update scheduled to release on the April 20th PST. So that's going to be the 21st for me. So in about 4 days. Latest OPTC letter. Let's see what's happening here. Of course, this is the logo reveal. So people are upset that we're seeing Gear 5 on this again. I think that's just a design choice since, of course, he's the most popular character. Because I don't think we have enough content to do a Albaf Luffy, but I think other characters in the show we could definitely see for the anniversary. I think part 1 will still be Egghead, part 2 and 3 might be Albaf characters, which we haven't really had any of them revealed yet, besides the Straw Hats, of course. And I don't think we're going to get another Dorian Broggy. In Thriller Bark, we had a lot of talk about the Prince of Albaf named Loki. So we might be revealed to him very soon, and he could be an anniversary character. Whoa, what is happening? What is this? Whoa, okay, wait a minute. Okay, so separated into 3 contents here. There's going to be a massive update, which I mean, we already could see there from the images. Then the 12th anniversary campaign info, okay. Unit info. They're probably going to reveal the units, but not the details. That's what I'm assuming. And then regarding upcoming updates. Greetings, Nakama. It's almost time for the 12th anniversary of Treasure Cruise. Today we'll be sharing an overview, okay. About the update version 16.0. Duel arrives in Co-op Quest. What does this mean? A new feature called Duel is being added to co-op quests, allowing you to battle other players in 1v1 matches. Wow, okay. So this is true PvP. People, of course, call Pirate Rumble PvP in this game, and it technically is, but it's more idle than this, which is direct PvP. I'm interested. I'm really interested. So I think co-op is now going to be way more popular if this is done right. Well, I'm very interested. Duel is real-time competitive mode where you can assemble a team consisting of a co-op captain and 5 crewmates, so very similar to your layout for co-op quests in general, to compete against other players and see who can deal the most damage in a tap battle. Okay, so it's a Kizuna in a sense. Whoever deals the most damage will win. Okay, so what is a duel? It's a 1v1 match between players. Take turns attacking, and the player who deals the most damage wins the battle. Win 2 battles to claim victory. So it seems like it's gonna be a best of 3 of sorts, very similar to not Assault Rumble, Grand Party. So that's interesting. So it's gonna take quite a while to actually do just a singular match, since it's gonna be 3 battles in one. So I hope the rewards are worth it. Your star rating changes based on your duel wins and losses. As your star rating goes up, so does your ranking, allowing you to earn even better result rewards from duels. In master rank, so it looks like you're gonna go from almost like this tiers, like you have a lot of these ranking PvP in games. You can actually increase your status rank, for instance, or your what do you call it? It's like essentially a tier you get put into based on how good your rankings are generally. So that's quite interesting. It seems like it's going along the same pattern as the Chopman missions, so rookie, intermediate, master. Yeah, it's not going to go to challenge, of course. That would be a bit weird. Master makes sense. It makes sense that you would be then called a master, not a challenge. Your star rating. I'm very interested about the star rating. What comprises this final rating that you get? A player's strategic decisions, including crew formation and special timing, will be what determines victory. Now, what's going to happen in terms of gimmicks, debuffs, buffs? Of course, we get buffs from our specials. Our character's going to get debuff inflictions added to their specials just for this game mode in particular. That's really cool. I think this can be very, very unique. Battle rules: players can take turns attacking their designated opponent, and whoever deals most damage wins the battle. Up to 3 battles occur with the first player to win 2 battles declared as the winner. So very exactly like Grand Party. After your attack, the enemy will follow up with their own attack. If your HP is reduced to 0 after receiving an attack, the battle will result in a loss regardless of damage dealt. Okay, so I'm seeing a score here of 3,533,000, which kind of makes sense with how terrible this team is. What is this guy trying to do, bruh? Okay, so it seems like we have the generic layout of 6 characters. If you've played the Forest of Training, there's a lot of different stages there where there's 6 enemies. So the layout is exactly like that. I'm not sure where the co-op captain stands, because it looks like this guy's running Saturn here, but he's standing in a bit of a weird spot. I would expect like the back middle to be the co-op captain. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter the positions of your characters, because you can just change your target locking. It's not locked, although I'm sure there will be characters that can specifically force the enemy to attack you, your particular character. But at the end of the day, there is a total HP bar, even though each individual character has a HP bar, as if you had to defeat them individually. This is very interesting. So both of these guys have 0-star rating. I like this versus screen. And then when you do win, it shows you, okay, this guy, Saint Saturn, won the first round, and then Luffy won the second and third one, bringing it back. Okay, game visuals are under development, so take everything with a grain of salt. Strategy hints: damage and boost effects. The total damage dealt to the enemy is the sum of special damage, damage over time, dot damage, and tap battle damage and other damage types. Okay, so let me just think now for a moment. So special damage, does that include percent damage reduction, damage over time? So that includes poisons, so you could use rage or poison. I'm not sure how long you could actually store out the enemy for rage or poison to actually be effective, but that is definitely an option. Tap battle damage. Okay, so that's just from tapping. I mean, that's the only way for you to do your big damage at the end of the day. Other damage types, I'm not sure what they're referring to. They could be referring to HP loss based damage. So for instance, characters like what's his face, Treasure Map Legend Ace, who removes like 99% of his HP, but then does damage based on the HP loss. Or characters like Katakuri or Doflamingo 6+, who do damage based on the total sum of damage taken throughout the quest. But those units only go up to 18 million, so probably not going to be too useful. But those are kind of the niche types of damage that they could be talking about here. The duration of any boost effects will continue into subsequent battles. Okay. So if you proc a 2-turn attack boost on the first battle, I'm pretty sure it will progress by 1 turn, and then on the second battle you'll still have a 1-turn attack boost. So technically, characters that provide like a 3-turn attack boost, it will last the entire duration of all the battles. Okay, very interesting. The enemy's attack is also counted as 1 turn. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure each battle will count as a turn. Well, that's assuming that each battle happens very quickly. I'm assuming the same thing, the turn progression will be the same. I don't think we'll have preemptive turns, so you're gonna have to be very careful with your cooldowns. The enemy crew, yeah, because preemptive turns are only when the enemy the AI boss is doing gimmicks, which is not in this. So I don't think preemptive turns will count. So it's definitely going to be a lot harder to manage cooldown, especially since there's no pre-stages. You're just going straight into fighting the enemy. So I really hope they give a lot of cooldown to these characters, especially for characters like the elders. The enemy crew. The enemy crew will consist of characters copied from the opponent's crew. Okay. Enemies' gimmicks and HP are not affected by the opponent's crew, but are instead determined by certain rules. Okay, so maybe if you are running a, for instance, a strength co-op captain, gives your opponent 10 turns of despair or something like that. That could be interesting. I think that was a great decision. This definitely seems a lot more realistic compared to what I was imagining. Enemy's base attack and type are determined by the opponent's crew as well. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this one's just based on the crew. This one's based on the season's gimmicks. Okay. Or season's rules. Co-op specials. Duel exclusive effects have been added to co-op specials. What in the world, bro? Duel exclusive effects. So duel characters might be getting a massive buff here. In duel, your star rating will change based on your wins and losses, of course, and you will be matched with opponents who have similar ratings. So we have skill-based matchmaking. I'm sure a lot of people will be happy about this. Players are placed in the rank tiers of rookie, intermediate, and master based on their rating. Higher the rank, the better the rewards for duels. But there's no ranking, it seems. Although whatever tier you are in, by the end, I'm assuming you get a special reward, or you might get a special title. I'm not too sure. At the end of the day, it is co-op, so we could be getting a lot of extra grand feast stones from this. So look out for that. Maybe also rumble scrolls, especially the universal ones. Furthermore, in the top tier, master rank, your ranking is determined by star rating. No shit. The higher your rank, the better the rewards. So aim for the top and boost your ranking. So yes, that is confirmed. You do get better rewards for the higher rank. The first duel event is scheduled to take place in May, so the anniversary. I don't know why I wasn't expecting an update. I mean, it's the 12th anniversary. The game definitely has been moving a lot different lately, so yeah, updates have been coming out quite frequently, actually. Very happy about it. So this is called Duel Event. This PvP game mode, very interesting. Super type slots are coming. Hello? Super type slots. This looks beautiful. That actually looks amazing, bro. I did not expect this. Super type slots, I'm assuming they work better if your character has super type. Super type slots appear through slot changes. Can they be changed? Will the enemy give them to you? Will existing characters get this effect? Super type slots have more powerful effects than normal type slots. Okay. Are we talking 1 orbs 2.25x? Or 2.75x? Or 3x even? Or the 1 orbs being 2.5x? So make good use of them when attempting quests. Of course, strength, dex, quick, psi, and int. Why is it ordered like strength, quick, dex? I will never know. The more characters with the same type as the super type slot on the crew, the stronger the slot effects. So this is very reminiscent of the territory effects. If you have a cerebral territory, it can go up to a 1.5x attack boost for your crew if you have 6 cerebrals. So it's only as good as how many characters match the effect. So if you're running a full team of the Psi free-to-play Straw Hats and they have Psi super type slots, then I'm assuming it'll go up to maybe even a 3x modifier. OPTC will now feature super type slots which have more powerful effects. Okay, yes. Not only have the same effects as normal top. Okay, so 2x multiplier boost for matching. So this is the base. But additionally, if the character attacking is the same type as the super type slot, it will increase further based on the number of characters of the same type on your crew. Okay. Gather crewmates of the same type to deal massive damage. So they don't specify the multipliers here. I'm assuming it goes... it depends on how easy it is to get these slots, because of course I don't think they will be naturally generated. If they are, then they probably only go up to 2.5x max with 6 characters matching the type. But if it's a bit more rare to get these slots, not as many characters provide them, and also if you can't change them, I do think this could be a really premium slot that goes up to a 3x multiplier with 6 matching characters, especially because this is quite a big trade-off. You're having to run a full team of one type, which is just not done in Treasure Cruise today. So a full team of class characters is quite common, but type really is not. So of course in Super Boss you run at least like 4 characters that are matching against the enemy, but a lot of content you're running more class-based teams than type. Okay, and then how's this also gonna work for dual characters? If I'm in my Dex form, will still count as a Psy character if my other character is Psy in the dual form character. Will still contribute to a Psy super type slot. These are the things we need to experiment with. We also of course need to know the multipliers. These are the most important things. How rare is it to get? Can it be changed? Of course. Selecting luck during auto power up. When using the current auto power feature, you will now be able to choose power up the luck category 2. I speaking personally, I just never use this auto power up feature. I use the one that allows you to feed in dupes, but I think this is the one that's talking about when you can feed in all of your resources to max out a character. I don't really care about this, if I'm being honest. Support slot exclusive characters are coming. Whoa. Ooh. That is a massive trade-off. Crazy binding vow, bro. You can't be used in any other way besides as a support. What are these effects gonna be, bro? Are we getting legend support characters in Treasure Cruise? Hello? Are we being serious? Special support slot exclusive characters. What in the world is happening, bro? We know by now Treasure Cruise support characters can sometimes be the make or break on a team. Support exclusive characters have been a lot more niche lately. Like a lot of them are great characters. We've had like Kid Bonnie, that support recruit is broken upon infliction of attack down, removes it by 3 turns, and then gives you like an overrideable universal 1.75x color affinity for a turn, and it also attaches to like all the straw hats. It's one of the best supports in the game, but we've also had a lot of the more niche support rare recruits, like Kobe and Alvida, but we could be seeing some really powerful ones, even above regular support rare recruits for this, since they can only be used as support characters. As I said, this is a massive trade-off, not being able to use them in any other way. So I really think these are going to be busted support units. Menu can now be hidden on home screen. That's cool. I mean, I'm not sure why you'd want to, but okay. If you long press on the home screen, the menu button will disappear, making it easy to see the illustration of the character you set for your home screen. Yeah, I guess it does look very clean. So sometimes I might just be chilling and I'll just let my Gawping Kobe be displayed or something. 0 bounty. Convenient access to batch power. Okay. No, so this before, yeah, this was the auto power up, not batch power up. This is the one I was thinking about, where you can apply all of your different materials to max out a character in one go. So this is auto power up. I mean, doesn't luck always get added when you're fitting in dupes? So why does this even matter? Someone needs to explain that to me, but I don't really care because it's luck. Just feed in your luck drops, bro. You don't need like 10 different co-op units. There's only like 5 different types of co-op captains. Just get 5 characters that are kind of niche, but they also proc Luffy, Gear 5's X Super, and then you have enough. You only need like 5 co-op captains. I don't really care about luck. Okay, so you can access batch power from the crew details. So while you're team building, you realize, okay, this character, I haven't leveled them up, they're still at level 1, but they will be necessary for the team. So from that menu, you can max out the character. I think that's pretty cool. Good accessibility feature. Okay, now is the big stuff, 12th anniversary. Although to be honest, I will actually do this in a separate video. It's been a long one already. So this video, we're just talking about the massive update coming with Duel. What's it called? The first Duel event. So this PvP game mode is direct PvP. It's not a rumble where it's an idle battle. It's not in real time. The other person isn't actually fighting you. They're just kind of sitting there with their defense team. This is actually direct PvP. It's interesting that in co-op we have one half which is now going to be direct PvP against the player, and the other half is you cooperating with the character. I think that's a cool duality. But either way, in this PvP game mode, you will have different tiers that you can move through based on how many battles you win and lose. This will be based on the grand party best of 3. So every match will take 3 battles, or up to 3 battles, minimum 2 battles, which is gonna take a while. But the gimmicks, if you're wondering, they don't seem like they're gonna be added to specials. Like, you can't inflict the enemy with gimmicks with your specials. It seems that based on your enemy's type, class, tags, they will give you certain gimmicks based on the season rules, which are quite interesting. Co-op captains can be used. It's the same layout as regular co-op, with a co-op captain, a regular captain, and then 4 sailors. So that's about it for the Duel event, which is gonna start in the anniversary period. It seems like we can get Grand Feast Stones, Cotton Candy, and Rumble Scrolls for now, which, I mean, not too enticing, but the game mode seems fun nevertheless. The enemies are in a 6 formation layout, similar to how they are in the training forest in a lot of these stages where there's so many enemies. We're also going to have super type slots, which work very similar to territory effects, where as many characters that match the super type slots will make the modifier even stronger. We don't know the exact multipliers, but if you have Psi characters and one of them has a Psi super type slot, they should have either 2.5x or even 3x modifier, just based on my assumption. But as I said, we have to wait and see. How easy is it to acquire these super type slots, and can you change them? How many characters provide them? So the rarity of it, how hard it is to change. If it's impossible to change, I don't think that would make it too overpowered and bring it up to a 3x. In that case, I think max 2.75x. But at the end of the day, as I said, having to run 6 characters is quite the restriction. Very similar to territory, but territory is a lot easier a lot of the time, because there's different class territories that you can use, and most teams nowadays are class based, with a few similar types mixed in. But you're never running like a full team of 6 strength characters or full team of 6 int characters. So I'm very interested to see what the super type slot has to offer. The next big thing, I think, is this, where we could see a support legend. These are characters that can only be used as a support, not in any other game mode. So that trade-off should give them incredible support ability. We definitely could see characters that are even way better than support rare recruits. You can also just remove all the buttons on your home screen by holding tap on your main character. This is just for aesthetic purposes. You can access batch power from your team building menus, and that's about it for the massive update. So thank you guys for watching. What are your thoughts on version 16.0? I am excited, bro, and it's going to be implemented very soon, in 4 days. About 100 hours and this update will be rolling out. Of course, the PvP game mode will only start next month, but all the other features will be here. So I'm very interested. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content in the future. But with all that being said, peace, and I'm out.